everybody, welcome and welcome back to Leanne's Corner. I'm Leanne and today I am reviewing the Ultimatum, Marry or Move On. When I first turned this on, I thought I was turning on something like couples therapy. I did not know I was turning on wife swap, because this is basically what this is. This show is about 6 couples who come together to face the ultimate ultimatum that was given by their partner. This is not your typical ultimatum where we can either do this or we can do that. This ultimatum is basically where one out of each couple wants to get married and the others either don't want to get married yet or don't want to get married. And let me mind you, a lot of these couples ain't been together that long, okay? Some of these people ain't even been together 3 years. Let me just put it like that. So they enter this social experiment. They swap partners for 3 weeks. They go through this trial marriage with that other person. They swap back with the person that they came with, and then in the end they decide if they want to continue to be together with the person that they came with, or if they want to move on with the person that they swapped with, or just move on in general, or if they want to leave single. So I wanted to challenge myself by doing this because it's going to help me stay consistent. I get to do it on my free time because I really do enjoy doing YouTube, but I kind of get tired of doing the celebrity gossip all the time. I want to get back into doing reviews. But anyway, before we get into any of that, I'm gonna need for y'all to go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. Turn on that post notification bell so that way you never miss a video. Don't forget to be active in those comments and share my videos with everybody that you possibly can, okay? And let's go ahead and get into this ultimatum, okay? So this episode is basically us being introduced to the couples and their last night together, and we get to see them mingle with the others a little bit. So let's go ahead and get into the first couple that we met, which is Alexis and Hunter. So we got Alexis, who's 25, and Hunter, who's 28, and they've both been together for 2 years. Now, Alexis is the one who gave the ultimatum. Alexis had to let us know that she knew Hunter was the one because when they went on their first trip together, he was very patient with her and he let her run the show. And I'm like, red flag, red flag. She's at a point in her life where she wants to be married. And Hunter, on the other hand, he's at a point in his life where he says that he can answer the question if he wants to get married or not. Alexis was like, well, you can't be, because if so, you would have answered that question already. And he was like, well, yeah, true. And my thing is that I think that Hunter is sure if he wants to get married or not. I just think that Hunter is unsure about Alexis' ass. That's what I think it is. Because Alexis does pretty much give, I want somebody to take care of me. She does give gold digger, because their last night together, not even their last night together, when Alexis was mingling with the others, she did bring up the fact that you do have to be in a certain tax bracket in order to get in her drawers, or in order for her to even consider marrying you. So I'm like, child, Alexis, get a fucking job. Alexis is that type of chick that just wants the man to just work while she's at home being spoiled and sitting on her ass. In her confessional, she was saying that she's the one that's getting the short end of the stick, because for the simple fact is that she has to be at home cooking and cleaning and doing laundry, and in the end they get hurt. And I'm like, that's all you got to bring to the table is your body? Like, you don't have nothing up here to like bring to the table. You don't have no good attributes about yourself that will make somebody want to even consider marrying you. Like, how you want marriage and you only can offer your body? Like, that shit only goes so far. Now, my prediction is that Hunter and Alexis, they're not gonna make it. I don't think that they're gonna walk away together. I think that Alexis might leave single and Hunter might be the one that walks away with someone, or if not, walks away single himself. But I honestly feel like they're not gonna make it to the end. Now let's go ahead and move on to our next couple, Madeline and Colby. Now Madeline is 24 and Colby is 25, and they have been together a total of a year and a half. Yes, you heard it right here, a year and a half. And it's like, what the hell are these two doing on this show? Because me personally, I don't think that's enough time to know for sure if that's the person that you want to marry and want to be with. So Madeline and Colby, they met in college, and Colby is the one who gave the ultimatum. He gave the ultimatum because he feels as though Madeline is the one for him. He wants to marry Madeline, and that is the one that he wants to have his kids with. And Madeline, not so much. I feel like Madeline is still in her hot girl summer phase. But Madeline still wants to be out there mingling. She wants to be out there dating around, trying to figure her out. I don't think that Madeline is nowhere near ready for marriage, because Madeline believes that you can be in love with more than one person, and she thinks that it's completely normal to wonder what it would be like to be with somebody else. And I do think that she is right, especially when you're young. You do have inklings of that, and I don't think that Colby should try to force her to want to marry him, especially if she's not ready. I just, like, y'all been together a year and a half. Ain't no reason for y'all to be on this show. The girl don't want to get married. You want to get married. So you need to go find somebody that you want to get married to, that wants the same things as you. So, and I feel like that about the entire show itself, is that if you guys are aware as to what each other wants from one another, and you know you can't receive that from them, or the person doesn't feel the same way, why even waste your time with even trying to do some shit that you could do off the show anyway? But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Back to Colby and Madeline. Now, Madeline came into this thing with her eyes on Randall, okay? As soon as Madeline put her eyes on Randall, she had to let us know in the confessionals that she wanted to explore Randall a little bit. Like, it was definitely giving, she's still in that I want to explore phase. And Colby also said something that made me wonder if him and Madeline's relationship has been this big secret amongst their peers or the people that they hang around, or their family, for example. I wonder if they are telling everybody that they're friends when they fucking around. Because Colby said something along the lines is that he wants to be known as her man, and that made me think that she friend-zoning him, and she's fucking him behind the scenes, and she's telling everybody that they're friends. That's what it gives me. I feel like she's friend-zoning him. But drop y'all comments down below. Is it just me that feel that type of way? Let me know. Now, my prediction with them is that I think they might make it. And the reason why I say might is because I don't think that Madeline is as tough as she's trying to be on this show. I think that she's just hot right now and she wants to explore other people. But I do think that with this experiment and her seeing Colby with someone else and seeing them have a good time, I do think that this might straighten her up a little bit, or it might not straighten her up a little bit. I don't know. Drop y'all comments down below and let me know. Don't spoil it for us. Don't spoil it for us that didn't see it. Just act like you ain't never seen the episode. So we just gonna chit chat and have fun like that. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on to our next couple, and that is Shanique and Randall. So Shanique is 24 and Randall is 25, and we have another couple who also has been together for a year and a half. Like, what the hell? You guys cannot be ready at this moment. Shanique is the one who issued the ultimatum. Shanique feels as though she is ready for marriage. She's ready for kids. She's ready to settle down. And she also feels as though that Randall is also ready for marriage. He just doesn't know it yet. And I'm like, girl, see, that's when we end up playing ourselves, swearing that these men is ready for something, and they are telling us that they're not ready, but we feel as though that they're ready, they just don't know it yet. And that's when we end up getting our heart broken. But well, anyway, this is not my story. And Shanique's great attributes is that she can cook, she can clean, she can take care of the kids, but she just don't wash dishes. And I'm like, bitch, that ain't cleaning. That you do everything but the dishes, but I guess you gotta be able to compromise somewhere. It's something that we all don't like doing, okay? And we got Randall on the other hand here, who says that he's not ready for marriage. First of all, he has to clear up some debt first before dragging somebody else into that. And he also feels as though that Shanique isn't ready for marriage either, because Shanique is a big spender. So he feels as though you kind of got to have that broken before you start considering marriage or kids. He also says that Shanique looks at marriage as a luxury and not something that has some type of meaning. And I kind of feel Randall on that. Like, you can't want to be married to someone when you got all of this baggage on the back burner here. You gotta have that shit cleared up before you even bring somebody into that, because one thing a person doesn't want to be attached to is somebody else's debt. And you most definitely have to be broken of wanting to live a luxurious life when you're considering marriage and kids, especially when you don't have it like that. Me personally, I feel as though Shanique is kind of similar to Alexis. Except for she's not a gold digger, I just feel as though Shanique wants somebody to spoil her ass too a little bit. So we have April and Jake, and April is 23 and Jake is 28. And they've been together for a total of 2 years. Another relationship where they have not been together long enough to even know if their asses want to be together or not. But anyway, that's not here nor there. So April is the one that issued the ultimatum because April said that she doesn't want to be in another 3-year relationship that ends up in her getting absolutely nothing out of it, which she wants to be married and she wants to have kids. And Jake is over here, he just got out of the military. So he wants to be able to explore life a little bit. He said, I only been out of the military for a year. The kid thing, I haven't been doing anything to prevent us from not having kids, but I also would like to enjoy my life a little bit before I bring kids into the situation. And April is not here for that. She's like, that's bullshit. He's like, look, we gotta have some financial things straightened out before we bring kids into this situation. And April, she ain't trying to hear that. April wants marriage, she wants them kids. She's upset because why would you buy me a car? Why would you buy me this big ass car, this SUV, when I told you that I could put your kids in the backseat? Did I not? Did I not? And I'm like, April, bitch, calm down. Damn. Like, she was doing way too much, and Jake is just sitting over there taking it. And I just wanted to slap him like, nigga, stand up. Stand up. Get up and let her know, hey, we ain't been together long enough to be wanting marriage or kids. So let's just enjoy life together, and then we can focus on marriage and having kids. But he just sitting over there. He's a yes man. And I think that Jake probably bought her the SUV. She probably nagged him to damn death about it. And people make big purchases for people all the time. That don't mean they are willing to marry that person. I think that if April doesn't get her shit together and simmer it down a little bit, Jake is going to leave her. But if Jake also doesn't express exactly how he feels and stop holding back, because I do feel like he's holding back, it's not gonna work out. He's going to be miserable. Drop your comments down below and let me know what you think about them two. And we finna move on to Ray and Zay. Okay? Because I like Zay. I like Zay. I like Zay. I like Zay. But we have Ray and Zay. And Ray is 24 and Zay is 25. And they've been together for 2.5 years. So Ray is the one who issued the ultimatum. And let me just say, it has to be attraction and that they're just enjoying the sex right now, because these two are in no way, shape, or form ready for marriage. Let's start with Ray. Because Ray has absolutely nothing to offer, because baby girl thinks that somebody should propose to her because she can maintain a nice body, she has a degree, and she can fuck real good. And I'm like, girl, is that all you have to offer? Is that why you think somebody should marry you? That shit only goes so far. And that right there proves that you are absolutely in no way, shape, or form or fashion ready to get married to anybody. And the fact that you even got this man on this show when you just literally graduated from college, and this man is trying to graduate from college, and you want this man to marry you? Not one time did you even say if you had your career going. You just said that you had a career plan. You didn't even mention what type of job you have. You didn't mention if Zay has a job. You just want this man who has no degree to marry you just because you say so. And you got Zay over here in his confessionals saying that this is his first real relationship. So he's not at a point in his life where he's even considering marriage. He's focused on just trying to graduate right now. And when he told her, look, I can tell anybody how I feel about you. I can tell you how I feel about you, why I love you, why I want to be with you. I can tell you all of that. But the fact that you have this wall up and you can't even tell me why you want me to marry you, let alone why you even love me, it's just, it don't make sense to me. So you got to let me know when that makes sense to you, because it don't make sense to me. And I felt him on that. How do you want this man to marry you and you can't even tell this man how you feel about him? And she's over there like, well, I can show you better than I can tell you. And I'm like, girl, you got a long way to go. If you're going to keep it up like this, you got a long way to go. Me personally, I don't think that they're going to make it, because Ray got her priorities all fucked up. That's why I feel as though these two aren't going to work out. They're not going to walk away in the end. But drop y'all comments down below and let me know what y'all think about these two. And let's move on to Lauren and Nate. I like Lauren. Lauren is my girl. So we have Lauren, who is 29, and Nate, who is 30, and these two have been together for 2.5 years. And let me just say, I do like Lauren. I like how Lauren got Nate's ass together because he was just being obnoxious at one point. I did not like how he was over talking her, and she was like, "Are you gonna fucking let me talk?" Like, she tight-lipped his ass. Nate is the one who gave Lauren the ultimatum. Nate is the one that wants to settle down and have kids and get married, yada, yada, yada. And I don't know about Nate. Nate just gives me asshole vibes. He gives me the one that wants to be in control of everything. And as they were talking, and he was like, I think that when you love someone, sacrifices should be made or whatever. And she was like, I don't want to think about kids as a sacrifice, okay? And as she's trying to explain to him how she feels, he's just over talking her. And she's like, are you gonna fucking let me talk? And he had this stupid ass look on his face, but also gave me like this asshole, I can be a jerk type of grin on his face. And I just wasn't feeling that. But I do like how Lauren got his ass together and she let him know, like, I'm willing to consider marriage, but I absolutely do not want to consider kids as a sacrifice. I'm uncomfortable when I'm around kids. And she just gave us a small little spill on the kid situation and how she feels. I personally don't think these two are going to last. I cannot wait to see. But that was the last couple. Now let's go ahead and move on to the next day where the couples are officially broken up and they're out by the pool mixing and mingling with one another. And they also later on that night mixed and mingle as well. So first up on the chopping block, we have our girl Alexis. Alexis, girl, what were you doing? Miss Alexis was all on Colby, like right on rice. And poor Colby had to later on that night let her down, like, hell no. Tell her, no. I don't want to fuck with you, like, not even a little bit. So what turned Colby off about Alexis was the fact that she said that you got to be in a certain tax bracket in order to date her. And she thinks of marriage as a financial decision. She doesn't see it as nothing more, nothing less than that. And Colby was like, to whatever man that's willing to put up with that shit, good luck, okay? And later on that night, when they were mixing and mingling, he had to let her know, like, look, no ma'am. Now let's go ahead and move on to April, because April caught herself trying to mix and mingle with Zay, but Zay wasn't here for that shit. First, she started off, I feel like you need a hug. Let me get a hug. Like, oh my gosh, he's over 6 feet tall, just like I like it. And then she tried to assume that his name Zay stood for Isaiah, and he had to get her together on that. She was like, hi, my name is April. She said, so Zay, is that short for something like Isaiah? And he was like, no, it's just Zay. And that part just like really took me out, because that's definitely me. Like, don't come over here assuming shit, okay? Just chill out and be yourself. April was all over the place when she was around Zay. It was like she was doing way too much. And I feel like she does that around Jake, and that's like a big turn off. He looks like he is just drained of April. He loves April, but he's just drained. I think he's tired, he wants to move on, and he just doesn't know how to say that. But anyway, let's go ahead and get on to Randall and Madeline, because Madeline made sure that she wasn't going to make herself become appealing or appeasing to anybody else, because she was so focused on getting over there to Randall to where she had to take her shorts off. Let me take my shorts off. I'm like, you're just getting your feet wet. You're not getting in the pool. Why did you have to take your shorts off? Like, you're doing too much. But they are out there to mix and mingle with everybody else, so I guess, child. So both of them were talking, and they were talking about their significant others, and they both think that Shanique and Colby are too vocal. They're too vocal, and sometimes they just want them to basically just shut up and not say anything, or to be a little bit more serious about things like this wanting to be married and have kids shit. Randall says that to Shanique's friends, they call her the next Michelle Obama because she always has an opinion about everything. She's very emotional, and she's always quick to react, and he just needs someone that needs to really have that stuff together before trying to move forward in life. And he also mentioned that she doesn't listen. And I can see that in Shanique. I can see Shanique being very emotional, not listening fully, and very quick to react, because while they're over there chit-chatting, Zay is making fun of Shanique, because while him and Shanique are supposed to be chit-chatting, she's so focused on Randall and Madeline, and she's like, does it look like they're on a date over there? Or let me just mind my business. And Zay's picking on her by saying, look at somebody being a little jelly already. And she was like, I'm not jealous. And I could see Zay and Shanique dating on this show. I can definitely see it. Do I think I can see them walking away together? No, it's too early to tell. And honestly, I would think that it'll be another attraction thing. I don't think it'll be them wanting to be with each other, because like, they're so young. They got so much to explore in life before just trying to rush and settle down. So anyway, I thought that was a cute scene. Drop your comments down below and let me know what y'all think about this one. And let's talk Lauren and Colby, because I definitely can see these two together. I loved their scene. I loved how Colby just came over there and sparked up this conversation, and he showed so much interest in her to the point where he got Lauren to open up as to why she really doesn't want to have kids. And it's not that she feels completely awkward around kids. It's more so of the fact that she doesn't want to be stuck with raising the kid alone. So she said that Nate works a lot, and that's a problem, and she doesn't want to be the one where she's at home taking care of the kids and he's always at work. And Colby was like, well, I can understand that, you know, if the kid breaks a leg or something, let's figure it out together. And I just loved how he got Lauren to open up. And Lauren liked Colby as well. She loved his emotional side and how sensitive he was with her and how gentle he was with her. And I think that she liked the fact that he was interested in the fact that he wanted to know why she didn't want to have kids. So I thought that was a cute little scene. These two, I feel as though if it keeps going the way it does, and if the feeling continues to stay mutual, I would want to see these two walk away together. Like, I know it's too early to tell, but I would love to see these two walk away together. But let's talk Jake and Ray, because I was surprised to see that these two hit it off, because I wasn't expecting Ray to be as talkative as she was with Jake. But let's go ahead and get into it. They have a lot in common. They're both biracial. They both were raised by their mom. They don't have a relationship with their father. They only want 2 kids. They both are the only child, so that plays a part as to why they both want another child, so that way the child doesn't feel like they grew up alone. And they both feel as though loyalty plays a big part of a relationship. When they're in a relationship, they want loyalty. And Ray doesn't want to be in a relationship to where she has to worry about someone cheating on her. And that right there made me wonder if these two had an issue or have an issue with cheating on one another, because they do give that tit for tat vibe. And let me just say this, I do think that Jake and Ray are going to want to explore more of each other. Do I think that they're going to leave with one another? No, I don't think that. But I do think that they are interested in seeing where this experiment takes them. So I cannot wait to see where they go. Let's move on to April pissing me off. And I do think that Jake really likes Ray, for the simple fact is that Jake and Ray really got up under April's skin later on that night when they started mixing and mingling, because April was so pissed off with the fact that Jake had got dressed up, and she claimed that she has never seen Jake dress up like that before. They got under her skin so much to the point where I don't know if it was her and Hunter or her and Colby, but she got up with the person that she was with and walked over to Jake and Ray and sat down, and the show went off. And I'm like, what the hell? What the hell, April? I was pissed off because I feel as though April should have just played it cool. She should have just continued to mix and mingle. And I think that's going to be a real struggle this week for her, because like I said, April's extra. But anyway, y'all, overall, I do like this show, and I will be back for another video. So we're going to keep this ball rocking and rolling. And yeah, drop your comments down below and let me know what y'all think. And I will see you beautiful people in the next one. Bye-bye.